Talk about modifying fixtures. So let's take, an RxIP sounds great. Here's the typical one that Vectorworks has in their library. And we're looking in a wireframe. Here's what we got. And shaded. Alright, so let's do this. So double clicking on here is not going to do anything because it's a lighting device. You can either ungroup, so you go to here, double click. Is it here? I don't think they put it here. Command U or Control U. Yes, now it's a regular symbol. Now you can double click and you can edit the 2D or 3D components. Step before that, so what I do, again, there's different ways of doing it, but I've done like this. Make a new class called fixture build wash. I'll copy that, and then make sure that you have edit properties after creation on. Okay, and a fixture build wash. Let's do color. Great. Let's do orange, and pen style also orange, and the thickness I like to 0.35, so it's nice and thick. Okay, amazing. Now let's edit the 2D components. Actually, before that, let's just make a base one before. So new fixture build base, edit properties after creation is checked. Amazing. And let's do gray, and pen style is black. Let's make that 0.35. User creation. Amazing. And this one we all want to do that as well. Perfect. Alright, now let's go into the fixture, edit 2D components, and I will take all of this. I don't want the input and I don't want the name. We could do everything for now and then we'll change it later. So we'll go to here, fixture build, let's set it to wash, and I'm going to change the pen type back to black, and then I'm going to take my base and we're going to set this to base. Amazing. Now take the name. I made a new one, new name. Okay, amazing. And style, I want to none. Perfect. Now let's put that in that layer. Picture build name. I just like to change the font drop. Let's set it to 2. Great. That's good for that. Now let's edit 3D components, and I'll take all of it. I'll set it to wash. Yes. Now it's going to grab all that colorful information. I'll go back into here and set this back to 3D input. Now it's going to go back to red. The last thing that I want to do, that was not, there we go. Let's exit group. Amazing. Let's go to shaded. Now because all this has a black texture on it, this doesn't have anything. This, if you look at it, it's red in the attributes. All of this stuff, you can set it to any color, but if it's in shaded view, it has a render, it has a texture. So what we're going to do, I would like to modify the lens of it, but I don't have any other textures here now, so we're going to make it check texture real quick. Let's go to resource manager, let's go here, let's go to new resource, and render works texture, create. Let's set it to wash texture 2. Set it to color, edit the color. We'll make it that orange that we picked before. I don't know, did I have this one by mistake? Okay, it's fine. Flexibility, we want to glow, And everything else should be fine. Okay, amazing. Now back into the fixture. Let's take all that stuff, set it to the texture, and it looks nice and beautiful. Exit group, amazing. Exit symbol, and there is our wonderful new fixture now. You want to try and keep the fixture exactly as it is and just modify things slightly. Another thing, if you want to do edit 3D components, you could change, let's say this and this. We could modify that texture, or we could take it off. We could take it off and then set it to something not as dark. Let's do something. Texture still there? None. None. This is color by class, and this should be, there we go. So let's set this to like a darker gray. I mixed up these, and okay, that, and then there, and then we can go into here and do everything except for that bottom one. Set that to there. Sorry, that one. Oh, the texture's still on, that's why. There we go. Exit symbol, and now we have a nicer looking symbol. The issue with this is that it saves it in the file. So if you like this file, you can build out a full, massive one, and then you go to your file and you can pretty much new favorites where was it? Settings, add new favorites file. I think that's what it is. And then you can choose the file and upload it to there. And then this way, if you close this out and you open up a new blank document, and you go to your resource manager, you'll find that under your favorites files, and then you don't have to have it open to pull stuff from there. So if I go to lighting, let's go here, let's go to my Revale, and I can pull it in something that was already modified before.